Hello everyone, this is In-Game Arts with another boxing, another offline product game review. This is Returnal for the PlayStation 5, so let's jump right into it. This physical copy here I have is just a base vanilla version of the game, so the on-disc version was 1.0. Now sadly there was a pretty good size update. This update size was 30 gigabytes big and will take you to version 3.04 since the time I'm making this video. As you've noticed, there's still no update history, so I can't exactly show you what this 30 gigabyte update does, but I did check in and look at a bit of the information. It does provide you a photo mode, co-op mode, and a survival mode, as well as a few other bug fixes and added features in the options and tweaks and stuff like that. So it is a significant update, and it does add newer content to your experience, as well as it does allow you to do save state, where you're able to save your progress at a certain points of the game. Now, like always, I did play this Returnal game completely offline without this update. I just played it from beginning to end with an unregistered account and so on, and I was able to beat the game. I did get both endings, as well as I got the secret ending to the game. Now, I have played almost every single Housemarque game. I have played every physical version, from Super Stardust to Alienation to Dead Nation, which Dead Nation I got as like a free download to PlayStation Plus back on PS3, and I played Resogun, and I have enjoyed many of their games. So once I got my PS5, I knew I had to sit down and play Housemarque's first true AAA game. And to summarize it, it was a good disappointment. Returnal actually, it definitely shows that Housemarque was their first attempt to doing a big budget style game like this, and I do think they nailed it out of the park. Graphically, the game looks nice, the gameplay is fast and fluid and smooth, the enemy designs and patterns and stuff like that are very well done. The game has many options and tweaks and alterations you can do to better comfortability of your experience for you. Story was a bit of a hit and miss for me. I really enjoyed the main cosmic horror to it, the mystery involving around it, but I'm still a little confused with the subject. I can't really go into details because a simple word can pretty much spoil what I believe was going on in the story, but it's not exactly what I was hoping the story would have been. I really enjoy sci-fi, I really enjoy cosmic horror and just cosmic abstract stuff, so I can't really go into the details with the story, but it really left me a little disappointed on the overall idea of what they were going with. But overall, the build-up and the information, how they presented it, was very well done. Now, this was a hard part for me to do, is that I actually found Returnal to be, well, excessively easy game. I played throughout the entire thing. As I said, I beat Chapter 1, Chapter 2, as well as I got the secret ending, and I only died officially 2 times in my entire time playing this game. Now, I did die 2 more other times. That's because you have to kill yourself to restart your run to try to get sun fragments that allow you to get the secret ending. So, I only officially died 2 times playing this game. I honestly, God, did not find this game actually difficult at all, and I did notice many glaring flaws in its game design. While I did enjoy the game, I really enjoyed the fast pace of it, and if you are having a difficulty time with the game, I highly recommend you look at the options menu. When I was showing you the options part of the game, I customized my controller. Summarizing up, I really think you should try to put in your jump button as your L1 and your dash button as R1, and just have alternate fire on L2, and do not worry about aiming your gun. The main character can shoot just fine from the hip firing. As well as that, there's an options menu. You can turn on always sprint. I really recommend that, or toggle sprint. Never stop sprinting in this game. Never stop moving. Just keep running, and you'll pretty much do fine. As well as that, I found that some of the roguelike elements where you're supposed to die and restart and progress were kind of pointless, because they have an asset you gather. It's called ether, which ether is something when you die you can be able to reuse and throughout your next playthrough. Well, it was kind of useless because all it really used for was to prevent an item or a chest or certain events to cause malfunctions on your suit, and these malfunctions cause like a debuff or something like that to your character, and you gotta try to fix it. I just never picked any of those up. I never used any of the ether. I ended up actually maxing out the ether at 50, and I discovered that if you max out your ether and restart your run, that they actually get rid of some of your ether. So, again, I did not find this game difficult. I really don't understand where the challenges was for people. And I really feel like I'm coming off as a jerk talking like that, because I'm sure some people had a really hard time, and they don't want to hear somebody on YouTube talking about how they're too good and you're bad at the game. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind of person who goes around telling people, get good. But this game was... I'm really clearly above the ranks of this game is trying to provide, because Housemarque's games generally are pretty difficult. I do find Super Stardust and even Alienation, as well as like Resogun and so on, to be actually quite challenging games. I did not find this game very hard. I did enjoy my time with it, and though I need to stress that though I did beat the thing, the game is littered with bugs. Tons of bugs. Now, I never experienced any that completely prevented me from progressing. I did have the game crash only once on me, but I only experienced minor bugs and hiccups like audio clipping, audio like stops in mid-sentences, as well as that graphical issues. I did get sometimes trapped in a falling animation, but at least it never ended up getting me stuck. I can see that happening to somebody, so keep that in mind. I've had enemies get trapped on the environment, items spawning underneath the environment. There was just a slew of bugs. There was another bug that where your gun has an alternate fire. I had that gun for a while, and eventually that alternate fire stopped working. The gun would act like it's shooting its alternate fire, but then it just wouldn't. Nothing would come out of the gun. So I had to switch out my gun, and then it would work. I even switched out a gun with the same ability, and it still worked with a different gun. But then I switched back to the old gun, and it was still broken. As well as another bug, as I said, I ran through the entire thing, and I didn't unlock a single trophy. I don't know if the trophy system is completely bugged, or since I was playing with an unregistered account, that not a single trophy unlocked for me. It just, I don't know what else to say. I didn't get a single trophy throughout my entire time playing this game. So, again, it's bugs, just lots and lots of bugs. And like I said, I did beat my experience. I can't guarantee that your experience is going to be flawless, or you're going to be able to complete your run completely offline like I did with an updated version of the game. I did enjoy the game. I do think it's one of Housemarque's weaker games, though I do admit that it was their first time doing a big AAA budget game, and then, for the most part, I think they did generally pretty decent. It's just disappointing with the bugs, story, and just little hiccups. And for someone who's a veteran gamer such as myself, I found the game excessively easy, to the point where I even was purposely trying to make the enemy try to kill me, where I literally stood right in front of the main boss, the final boss, and just stood there, not move, and just kept jumping and shooting. And I didn't even lose half my life for most of the time. And that's how easy the game is. I really don't understand the difficulty, but I still had fun. So, in the end of the day, I still had fun, even with the easiness of the game. I really enjoy the mechanics, though disappointingly, the melee attack isn't the best useful of your time, and that's the best ways you can do to improve your experience to make it a little bit easier on yourself. Balance out what you utilize the most. Focus on your pistol, your carbine machine gun, or any other gun that has long distance and rapid fire. Those are your best choices. Focus on if you get like a parasite that has a debuff and a bonus buff to your character. Focus on ones like that decreases your melee attack. You will hardly do melee attacks in this game. But try to balance that stuff out. Don't worry about opening up chests that have, or picking up items that will cause a malfunction to your character. Just leave those alone. You'll do just fine without them. I don't know how else that can really help to provide you guys more information on how I found the game to be extremely easy. But I still had fun, and it's kind of hard to recommend. Like, as a product, it's actually pretty poor. It's like buggy, it doesn't work very well, there are some frame rate issues even during bosses and stuff like that, but it still was fun. Like, I did want to support Housemarque. I really liked their design, and I really liked that how Sony funded this project, because it really is something different and new from Sony. Not another Uncharted, not another God of War. It was something different and unique, and I really appreciate it for that. But I have to be real. I have to truly put it on the table that this is definitely one of Housemarque's weaker games that they have produced. It definitely is one of their full AAA games that I think they did first time decent. Hopefully there may be like a complete edition or something like that. They'll have everything, the most updated version and stuff like that, and have all the DLC and updates all on the disc and everything. That would be really nice. But as is, it's almost a pass, but I still say it's worth to check out. If you can get like a used copy or a new copy that's relatively cheap, definitely not full price. If you're, again, this is strictly speaking for an offline product review. So if you're going in here thinking that, what about all the updates and stuff like that? As I mentioned before, I do all my tests completely offline. If there's an update, DLC, or anything to add to that experience, it doesn't exist to me. I've mentioned this multiple times, but some people might be new to the channel, so I just want to emphasize that that I test games completely off the disc. So I don't care if they fixed a lot of my complaints or they added more difficulties to the game. Matters not to me. What matters is what's on that disc or what's on that cartridge. It's just what we do here at In-Game Arts. So in my personal opinion, it's worth looking at, but you could probably wait to pick up a used copy or something like that. As much as I want to say Housemarque, I really want to tell you to buy it for Housemarque. I have to be real in terms of what your value, your time, your money, and what this product is. It's a good product. I mean, it works. I was able to beat it, but I can't guarantee your experience is going to be as good as mine. And again, if you're a veteran gamer such as me, you know how to play, you know how to shoot, you know how to dodge, you're going to breeze right through this game. Like, to the point where I just was almostly bored at certain points because I just was not having fun anymore. I was just basically became a chore where I had to just find these sun fragments, 6 of them, so I could progress through the game. I don't know what else to say. It's disappointing how buggy the game is, and I really want to do everything in my power to tell you you should play this game, but I don't know. It was fun. I'm hoping we can get physical copies of like Alienation and Dead Nation and Resogun, and I know they had another game that never got a physical copy that was from Housemarque, but I mean, I don't know what else to say. I feel bad about it because I really want to praise it, but I have to be real in my videos and channel and content. So, like always, I try to leave links down in the description. If you're an instant copy, it's worth a look. I give it that. Check it out, and then you might feel that I am completely wrong, that the game is extremely difficult, and when you played it, you didn't experience a single bug or issues, or you played it and you couldn't even get through the first level and the game kept crashing. I can see both scenarios happening, but in my playthrough, I played it completely offline. I was able to beat it. I got all the endings, even the secret ending, and I'm pretty much done with the game. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video didn't upset somebody because me talking about the game is too easy, and not me judging anybody. If you find the game hard, I fully believe you. But man, to me, someone who's played games for 25 years now, and I expect a bit more of a challenge out of the game. So, again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next unboxing video. Bye-bye!